This is crazy.
Absolutely nuts. Through half a round. Gaethje back to work on the leg kick, landing a right hand. Oh! Being knocked out with a right for Oliveira.
Oh my God,
trying to transition to the back.
This is not good. You cannot let Oliveira on your back.
UFC 274 was an event surrounded in controversy mixed with highly memorable in-ring moments. From controversial weigh-ins to unorthodox tactics, this event will be talked about for years to come as one of the most memorable UFC events in the modern era. Today we're taking a look at the biggest highlights from the unforgettable UFC 274, Oliveira vs. Gaethje. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and check back every week for more Ultimate MMA. First up, we had two welterweight fighters going toe-to-toe in the octagon for a chance to climb up the rankings. Randy Brown had previously made a name for himself as an entertainer, while Chaos Williams was a new rising star with some Performance of the Night awards under his belt. We couldn't wait to see who would end up on top between these two promising prospects.
Early in the round. Because it was so big.
Good head movement by Randy Brown. Look at that, he showed him. He missed by that much. He really, by popping that jab, look at that.
Look at the jab, man.
He's changed this fight.
Well, he's got some work to do. He's got to do what his coach is.
Oh! But Chaos can still shut the lights out.
Oh! There it is.
There it is.
Just as you were saying.
Useful get up there for Randy Brown.
Oh! Picture perfect right hand by Randy Brown.
Williams has got a chin on him, man.
But he got hurt. He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
Yeah,
his legs are wobbling.
He's getting hit bad by Brown. But it's when Brown, it's when Brown puts the right hand behind the jab.
Yes.
It was a close match that went the distance. Both fighters had some good exchanges back and forth, but in the end, the entertaining Randy Brown came out on top with a win by split decision. We can't wait to see who this rising star fights next. Next, we had a light heavyweight matchup between two fan-favorite fighters, Mauricio Shogun Rua and Ovince Saint Preux. Both had already had their fair share of huge UFC moments, but this rematch would determine who would take one more step closer to a title shot.
Here's the issue with this type of fight, is you can't really be upset on either side if you don't get a decision.
Right.
Because just not that much is happening. And he's leading.
Oh,
that was close.
Barely missed with that.
What's those live odds say, John?
Well, look at
I don't have them.
Shogun's running away in the last second.
Yeah, that was not a great visual at the end of the fight.
The fight went all 3 rounds, and while it wasn't the most exciting fight of all time, we always love watching these legends slug it out. By the end, Saint Preux came out with a win by split decision. We can't wait to see Saint Preux take on Alexander Gustafsson on December 10th at UFC 282. This next fight was a heavily anticipated matchup. The huge fan favorite Tony Ferguson was taking on one of his biggest challenges yet in Michael Chandler. Fans weren't sure if Ferguson still had it in him after a rough few years plagued by injury and suffering a few losses. Despite this, fans were still eager for the opportunity to see El Cucuy in the octagon.
Chandler's jab is there. He had landed the body with the right hand a moment ago. Oh, big right. Early knockdown for Ferguson. Follows it up with a jab. Oh,
He hurt him again.
Ferguson switching up his stances.
Beautiful tin top.
That was a beautiful double leg there by Chandler. Honestly,
That'll do it, Michael Chandler. Front kick to the face.
Goodness.
In the second round, Chandler unleashed one of the single greatest front kick knockouts that we've ever seen. It was a tragic end to a fight we'd hoped would be Ferguson's redemption arc, but Chandler struck first, struck hard, and showed no mercy. Although Chandler took the W, fans will always be eager to see Tony Ferguson's return to the octagon. As for Chandler, he gets a chance to face off against another fan favorite in Dustin the Diamond Poirier on November 12th at UFC 281 in what's sure to be an electrifying matchup. Next up was the co-main event for the Women's Strawweight Championship between defending champion Rose Namajunas and Carla Esparza. Namajunas was just coming off a successful title defense against Magnum Zhang Weili and was now taking on Esparza. These two had previously fought years earlier during The Ultimate Fighter, where Esparza defeated Namajunas by submission. This had the makings of an epic showdown between the rivals for championship gold. What fans got instead was a fight that went all 5 rounds and is widely considered a deeply upsetting and unwatchable snooze fest.
Judges might actually have to go to that last condition, octagon control, for this round.
And that's Esparza, right, with the center.
I'm just telling you, I haven't seen much in terms of effective striking, nor grappling, nor aggression, but...
Yeah, who would get a 10-9 now? A 10-9?
All right, shot from Esparza.
Oh, that was a good entry. Yeah, that was a good entry. Big for Rose there, defending. There's just too much uncertainty in these rounds. And we're not trying to bag on these women, but the reality is, like, we've gone through 10 minutes of fighting, and we really don't know who won any portion of the first 2 rounds.
Yes, no idea.
Carla's got 10, Rose has 6.
Oh, she gets the takedown now. Rose is back up. Now this is what we should have seen earlier.
Yep.
Sixth shot.
Another shot.
See, this one here is more difficult for Namajunas. Yep, this is a more difficult proposition for him.
Oh, Carla's on the back. At least they're engaging now.
Yep, but Carla got desperate, tried to jump the back instead of controlling. But again, that's a takedown. That's actually a takedown.
Yes.
Oh,
Great shot from Namajunas.
Take her down. Look at that. That one Rose around. Rose is round.
Namajunas was credited with that takedown. And an interesting response from both athletes after the fact.
It was a slow-paced fight, and while fans were upset, Namajunas still claims that she was just playing defense as part of her strategy. But that strategy didn't really work out all that well in the end, as Esparza would come out with the victory by decision, stripping Namajunas of her title. We'll see if Esparza has what it takes to hold on to the belt after she herself is forced to look down the barrel of the Magnum, facing Zhang Weili at UFC 281. Finally, fans woke up for the main event of the evening. Lightweight champion Charles Oliveira was slated to defend his title against a huge fan-favorite fighter, Justin Gaethje. Oliveira had a reputation as being one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the game, but fans weren't certain if it would be enough to match the explosive striking power of Gaethje. However, to add a dash of controversy to the evening, Oliveira had been stripped of his title due to missing weight. This meant that Oliveira was going in with something to prove. Despite missing weight, Oliveira did not wait at all to take the fight to Gaethje. Right out of the gate, Oliveira landed a huge right hand that stunned Gaethje, and from there the strikes would not stop.
And keep on ticking since 1854. Gaethje in blue, Oliveira in the black and gold, defending a champion. Charles landed a big right early.
Oh my goodness, Justin landed some big leg kicks to start. But Charles hurt him with the right hand already.
Charles hurt him.
Charles hurt him bad with the right hand. Oh, he hurt him again.
Uppercut out for Gaethje. Knocks Oliveira down. Oh, big left from Gaethje. Absolutely nuts. Through half a round. Gaethje back to work on the leg kick, landing a right hand. Oh! Big knockdown with the right for Oliveira. Now trying to transition to the back.
This is not good. You cannot let Oliveira on your back.
He's got to take the arm.
Yep, he's going to take his arm.
Oh, big elbows from Oliveira.
Justin's in a lot of trouble here. I mean, this Charles Oliveira, man. I mean, Rogan, this dude.
He's got a triangle. He's got a triangle.
Oh, he's got a triangle, too. This Oliveira is just... Oh, my goodness.
Gaethje's out.
He can't let him take his back. Oh, he's got the choke.
He's got the choke.
It's over.
Fully locked in. It's over.
Oliveira's under the chin.
Oh, my goodness.
Switches up the grip.
He's going to go to sleep.
Oh, my
That
goodness.
is going to do it.
This dude right
Who
here,
can
man.
stop Charles Oliveira? 11 in a row and still the best lightweight on planet Earth.
Tremendous.
Eventually, Gaethje was knocked to the mat and Oliveira secured a decisive submission victory. It didn't even take Oliveira a full round to finish Gaethje. As Gaethje told Oliveira directly after the match, "You hit hard as f***." We can't wait to see if Oliveira can officially regain the championship at UFC 280 when he faces rising star Islam Makhachev. Was Oliveira robbed of his title? Let us know in the comments below. If If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and check back every week for more Ultimate MMA.